Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to try and go through the JavaScript course on Codecademy while also giving you an idea on how to write code in JavaScript. So now I'm in the home page of the JavaScript course on Codecademy, ready to get started with the lesson. The first lesson in Codecademy introduces us to the console. The console is a panel that displays important messages like errors for developers. Much of the work the computer does with our code is invisible to us by default. In JavaScript, the console keyword refers to an object, a collection of data and actions that we can use in our code. Keywords are words that are built into the JavaScript language, so the computer will recognize them and treat them specifically. It's going to be very useful for us to print values to the console so we can see the work that we're doing. So what they've done in this example is they have used the console.log inbuilt function in JavaScript to print the value of 5 to the console. Now when I come to the instructions, I have to use the console.log code in the editor to log your age to the console. So now my age, I'm going to write console.log and put my age as 20 and click run. When I do that, I get this 20 on this black panel, which is supposed to be the console over here. Now when I get to the second part of the instructions, I have to write another console.log statement to print out a different number representing the number of weeks you've been programming. So I'm just going to write console.log 10 because I'm assuming that I've been programmed for 10 weeks and run this. I will get 20 and 10 on two separate lines, and then the challenge is complete. We're done with the first challenge. The second challenge introduces us to comments. Programming is often highly collaborative. In addition, our own code can quickly become difficult to understand when we return to it, sometimes only an hour later. There are two types of code comments in JavaScript. A single line comment will comment out a single line and is denoted with two forward slashes preceding it. So what they've done here is the comment is just defining the line which is below it. So this console.log prints the number 5 to the console, which is what this comment states over here. A multi-line comment will comment out multiple lines and is denoted with a slash and a star to begin the comment, and a star and a slash to end the comment. So you can add how many ever lines you want between these two between the stars, and it will be counted as a comment. So when we come to the instructions, let's practice adding some code comments. To the right, we've provided you with the beginning of the book Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. On line 1, write a single line comment which says opening line. So I come to line 1 over here, and a single line comment begins with a double slash and say opening line. So the first challenge is done. I click run. All the console.logs appear on the console, and I can go to the next challenge. Single line comments are great for adding context to your code. Multi-line comments are often best suited to prevent a block of code from running. However, both types of comment can be used for either purpose. Use a multi-line comment so that the bottom 6 console.log statements are all commented out. So what I have to do is I just have to use the slash and star to comment out all of these lines of code. So I'm going to do that now. I begin with a slash and a star and end with a star and a slash. When I say run, nothing comes out of the console because it's all commented out, and I've done the challenge also successfully. Now we come to data types. Data types are the classifications we give to the different kinds of data that we use in programming. In JavaScript, there are 7 fundamental data types. Number, any number including numbers with decimals 4, 8, 1516, 23.42, any number which you can think of will come under the number data type. String, any grouping of characters on your keyboard, letters, numbers, spaces, symbols, anything surrounded by single quotes or double quotes are counted as a string. Sometimes some programmers prefer single quotes, some prefer double quotes. You can use whatever you want, they both mean the same. A Boolean data type has only 2 possible values, either true or false, and you have to use them without quotes. It's helpful to think of Booleans as on and off switches, or as the answers to a yes or a no question. Null. This data type represents the intentional absence of a value and is represented by the keyword null without quotes. So if a variable has no value, it'll be stored as a null data type. Undefined. This data type is denoted by the keyword undefined. It also represents the absence of a value, though it has a different use than null. We will come to the differences in a later challenge, I believe. symbol. A newer feature to the language. Symbols are unique identifiers useful in more complex coding. No need to worry about these for now. An object are collections of related data. So we will come across object, symbol, and undefined in a later challenge, I'm presuming. The first 6 of these data types are considered primitive data types. That means number, string, boolean, null, undefined, and simple are all primitive data types. They are the most basic data types in the language. Objects are more complex, and you learn much more about them as you progress through JavaScript. Now let's get but before we do that, let's get comfortable with strings and numbers. Console.log. Now what this statement over here does is it is logging this whole sentence to the console. We can tell this is a string because everything is surrounded by single quotes, and the next line is a number because there are no double quotes, and it's clearly a number. So when we get to the instructions, we have to log the string JavaScript to the console on line 1. So let's do that now. Console.log JavaScript. Now when I click run, JavaScript comes onto the console, and I can see the next instruction. On line 2, log the number 2011 to the console. Now since it's a number, I should not use double quotes, so I'm going to do just that. 2011. So now when I click run, 2011 also comes onto the console below JavaScript. On line 3, print woohoo I love to code #CodeAcademy to the console, and this is all within a string, so again I have to use double or single quotes. I'm going to use double quotes over here this time. Woohoo I love to code #CodeAcademy. Let me just spell that right. CodeAcademy. Now when I click run, all the three statements are logged onto the console. Oh wait, there seems to be an error over here. Formatted like ours. Am I missing out a space somewhere? Should I use single quotes? Okay, I'm going to try using single quotes this time, maybe. Okay. Now if I say run, I'm still getting the same error. Okay. Is your string formatted like ours? Woohoo! Oh, I'm missing out a second O over here. Okay. Now if I click run, it's still now okay. Now I can go to the next instruction. On line 4, print the number 20.49 to the console. Again, it's a number as said in the instruction. Console.log 20.49. If I click run, all the 4 statements are logged onto the console. And so that's it for today, guys. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It'll really help me out a lot. And please stay tuned for more further videos. Thank you.